Hey, cheers, everybody, and good evening or afternoon, depending upon where you are. Welcome to the stream. Been a minute since I literally sat in front of you all and just had a little chat. Just been busy. That's all. Life, things happen. Just taking advantage of the summertime, going camping, doing all those things that I can do at this time of year and just getting out and doing it. But I did spend the Father's Day weekend with Dad, being that his birthday also fell on Father's Day. So kind of worked out. So did that trip down there and oh, let me get a little closer there for you all. Does that make sense to you now, Top Dog? There you go. Anyhow, and yes, I know this is not one of my normal hats. I've just been out and about and running around, just doing all kinds of things or whatever. But anyway, so like I was saying, so the Father's Day weekend went down, visited with Dad, and then the last weekend was kind of a somber weekend, and I had a little issue I had to take care of here at home. Developed a little water leak, but took care of that. So I jumped on Livewire for a little bit and chatted it up there. And here we are this weekend. So it is great to see everybody. I appreciate you all popping in to say hi, smashing that like button. I know Rob was here earlier. Appreciate that. Bobby, always great to see you, man. Cheers. Thank you for popping in. Top Dog. Cheers. Matter of fact, I was drinking your 2023 Christmas blend yesterday. I had to remember what today was. Delicious. Peter, cheers, man. Have you gotten to try anything from Glenglassaugh like the Sandend or this Portsoy? I haven't touched the Portsoy yet, but I did go back to the Sandend after it opened up, and it's still a delightful whiskey. That's for sure. We may be late because we're making ice for our drinks. Sacrilege. Sacrilege. That's for sure. Cheers, Stacy. Really enjoyed that stream. Enjoyed watching. I actually was lurking and doing stuff here. I've got a lot of this floor whiskey off the floor today. So I was working hard on that, really. Hey, cheers, Don. Appreciate you popping in here. And Tater Dom, cheers. Let me get a little drinking going on here. Oh, in the glass right now is just a little starter, little Highland Park 15. Since I read that Portsoy's got some peat in it, so I figured, well, let me put a little peat on the palate here, or something that's not overpowering and delicious. Renee, cheers. Glad to see you. Appreciate it. Thank you for popping in, smashing that like button. Oh, looky here, Sugar Kitty. Always appreciate it when we got a panel of experts here today, really. Brian, I hope you are doing better. I know how awful that can be, but glad to see that you're here with us this afternoon, this evening. I really do appreciate it. Now, there's who I was looking for. I know you were away this weekend. Yep. So glad to see you, sir. Really hope you had a great weekend. And being that you were celebrating your wedding anniversary, I did that on the 20th of this month. So 26 years for me. And woman's a saint. She hadn't killed me yet. A lot of people just don't understand how she gets the patience. But she's a teacher, so she has to have a lot of patience. But anyway, really appreciate you all. And thank you for popping in here just to say, hey, oh, you haven't had any? Okay. Well, let me tell you what. So far, I'm liking it. The Sandend, the Portsoy, and the 12, are their core range. So that's the 3. I've got the 12 coming. I just don't have that here yet, but I want to pick that up so I have all 3 of their core range. And if the Sandend, which was the 2023 whiskey of the year, if that profile extends over to this, I think I'm going to like it. And particularly this is supposed to have peat in it. I am really looking forward to trying that. That's for sure. A slightly inebriated cheers from the old folks home. Greg, I'm going to tell you what, you and Marty and Alan had a great stream today. Really enjoyed it. I was lurking. I was working here in this room, organizing some whiskey, getting some stuff set up, you know, the whole thing. But I tell you what, you guys really did an excellent job there tonight. Honestly, it was really, really, really good. I enjoyed it. Really did. That's for sure. So cheers to you and Marty. And if any of you didn't get a chance to watch that, they actually did pretty darn good. I correct me if I'm wrong. You guys had about 6 or 7 different ones you went through, but it was a good stream. I totally enjoyed listening to it and commenting when I could. Oh, never heard of that one, Peter. Okay. All right. Spicy sweet fruit bomb. All right. I'm down with that. That's for sure. Is that cheers? Appreciate you popping in here, man. Thank you very much. So, like I said, I got a little Highland Park in the glass. I figured I would start my night with that before I go into the Portsoy. And as usual, I try my darndest not to listen to any reviews, read any reviews or anything like that, so I don't get any preconceived notions about what this is, what the expectations are, good, bad, indifferent. You know, let me decide if it's good, if it's bad, whatever the case may be. So while I'm sitting here beating my gums, let me just grab it. I'll show you. I literally haven't touched it. I haven't even taken it out of this box since I picked it up. Wow. That is a dark amber color for an NAS on there. Really nice and dark. Look at that. Wow. Oh, all right. Let me get out my, let me see if I even need my special bottle opener for this. I think, oh, nope. See, I was wrong. I was like, I think I got that part. Nope. Here we go. So I'm literally taking this thing off and, oh, shucks and a half. You know what? I forgot my one glass out there, the one I've been using that's supposed to be the professional whiskey taster's glass. Give me one moment. I have to go get that because I said I'm going to try to keep using that. And I just reached over for it and I went, oh, and I went out into the dining room to get it because I set it on the table and forgot it. I have to go get that. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. I will. I promise. I will be right back. Intermission. One. This is what happens when you get older. You see bright lights, a squirrel, something, a shiny object, and it distracts you. But anyway, remember this one? This is the one I was saying that someone it's touted to be a professional whiskey taster's class. So maybe if I ever get a professional whiskey taster here, I'll ask them. But anyway, I'm gonna pour some of this. God, I'm gonna get a little closer. Look how dark that is. I think it's amazing. Hey, bourbon baller. Cheers, brother. Thanks for stopping in there and smashing that like button and saying hello to people. I can appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, let me ask you, everybody can hear me okay, right? It's nice and clear. I had to replace one of the cords. Now I'm thinking, well, I guess if you couldn't hear me, we wouldn't be having this conversation now, would we? So there we go. Out by the grill for a bit yet. Okay, that's all right, man. There'll be room for you. Don't you worry. Well, that was kind of a sorry ass pop on that. Oh, do I smell peat on this? Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Oh my goodness, my goodness. The mouth watering has already started. Holy smokes. When I popped that off there, I was expecting a nice little cork pop on there, but no. But man, the peat essence wafting out of this bottle is fantastic. Exactly. It does look complicated. Let me just hold that thing up here to the side a little bit. Almost looks like a spittoon. I think Bourbon said that. Looked like a spittoon. But anyway, I'm going to pour some of this juice into there. Again, look at the color on this. Look at the color on this. For an NAS, coming in at 49.1 ABV. Let's put some juice in this glass here, and we'll let it do its thing for a minute. Holy smollions! Oh, sorry. I love that peat smell on here. It is really, really, really nice, and $70 US. So, plus or minus depending upon where you are, your situation, your taxes, But I didn't think it was a terrible price. We're going to find out what it's like. I am not looking at the back of that bottle. Almost glanced at it because, as you know, they like to put some information on there, and I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, what are you cooking there, John? You're out at the grill, so I'm interested. God, that peat is just wafting up. It is freaking amazing. So those peat heads out there, that really smells peaty. And you know what? And I'm not, I don't have my nose in the glass yet. I'm just giving it a minute or two to open up and do its thing. But I'm getting just the slightest whiff of, like, I won't almost say grass, definitely maybe even a little briny, but that would be expected. But still, there's a note in there. It's there, and I'm trying to figure it out. And like I said, I don't even have it to my nose, but I can smell it. I can smell it. Burgers and brats, dude, that'd be perfect right now. Perfect. Actually, I think I'm having stroganoff tonight. Wife had to do a quick trip somewhere, but anyway. Mystery bottle celebration for the Australian Whiskey Club. Oh, well, hey, you know what I say? You can't go wrong with scotch. America, that's right. Here, let me get that a little closer for you, Ben. There you go. There you go. Probably because I got this hat on, YouTube will cut this stream, but oh well, they'll get over it. All right. You know what? Let me Let me use one of these fine Glen covers I got here, made by Top Dog. Let me put it on my one I was drinking. Let me just put it on there, scroll it up, because I got to get into this. This has just been, this is calling me. Let me take a sip of water here. What do you mean none of them peated? That's sacrilege. Oh my goodness. Peat, fruit, sweetness. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to call it like a grassy hay, maybe note on that. Not quite sure, but it's on the nose. But that peat is just wrapping around that sweet fruit, very sweet fruit note. Almost like a tropical fruit, like pineapples, mango, papaya. I don't know, but along that nice, real sweet. Oh man. Really nice, that I always get on a good single malt scotch, that nice sweetbread maltiness on the nose. Yeah, that's got it all day long, all day long. Really, really nice. It's going to be hard to see on this with my fingers in the way, so let me just take this down. Let me just move this just a tad there. I don't know how it's going to pop up, but I can see it. It's got some nice legs on it. Not bad, slow moving down the side, but it's dark. This is right out of the bottle. There it is. It's nice and dark. So, hey, l'chaim, let me get a little taste of this here. I'm going to reserve comments right now. It is peaty. It's definitely above a Highland Park. I will tell you that. Oh, man. All right. Let's get the next sip here and really give it a go. Hey, Vic. Cheers, brother. Thanks for stopping in over here, smashing that like button and saying hello. Appreciate you. Was kind of lurking while you were on yesterday. Was just getting some things done, and I just had to hunker down and get things done. That's just what it come down to here for this weekend. But anyway, let me get that second sip. Molasses. I think they call it treacle, something like that. Right along that lines, but it's a thick sweetness, fruit, maybe chocolate. Maybe that's the molasses. Like, I don't know. Wait a minute. Wow. 49.1 ABV. That's interesting. This is nice. It is sweet. It is a sweetness bomb. It's sweet peat. It is absolutely sweet peat. Excuse me. The finish is nice. The peat is not, it's not like, okay, it's not a Laphroaig peat. It's not a Lagavulin peat. That's for sure. I'm going to say a Kilchoman level. A Kilchoman level. It's definitely nowhere. It's way above a Highland Park, like I said, on the peat level. Yeah, it's not what you would, it's not definitely, it's peaty. It's peaty, but it's really good for this. And I think there's some influence on here. You know, there's chocolate. There's definitely fruit. Let me see. Okay, I'm just looking for the like a sherry influencer on there. Yeah, we get that. I'm getting that because I love sherry, but deep tropical, just vibrant, sweet fruit, smoke, nice viscosity, a little spice on the finish, a little bit, maybe a touch of zest, like just a little bit of lemon zest, just a little bit on, and it's on the finish. You'll get it towards the back of the tongue as it rolls up forward. Could be a little barrel tannins, something like that, doing it. But wow, this is pretty darn good. On the nose, I'm definitely picking up the molasses note, that dark, rich chocolate. Now that I've had a few sips of it. Yeah, this is lovely. So I brought my special apparatus, and I have a container to which I shall put a few dabs of water in here and then let it set a minute, and we will see how that goes with this. Now, this is 49.1 ABV. I don't feel it really needs it. I really like this thing. I mean, 49.1, why don't I just make it a straight 50? I don't know, but it's okay. Man, that's nice. But I am going to be scientific about this, and I have my special device here that I will make sure that you all see that there goes one drop as it gets there, and then it's coming. Here we go. Let's go again, because I'm into the drops. You know, I'm not going to just, you know, let this just sit. Now that was literally three drops of water. You know, Bourbon Baller, that's a pretty good analogy. Have you had this? The Portsoy? Because that's a good analogy. Grilled fruit with that smoke and sweet. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, okay. How am I doing so far then? Since you hit, I was like, yeah, that's a good analogy on that. Am I doing pretty good on the nosing and the tasting? So like I said, I just got a couple of drops of water in here, literally a couple of drops of water. Oh, looky here, Yoda. Cheers, brother. Thank you for popping in to say hello. Appreciate you. So, like I said, 3 drops of water in here. We're gonna see what this does here in a little bit, and maybe I'll add 3 more drops to it to see if I really notice a difference. Bringing this down. Oh, look at here. Looky here. Cheers, brother. Appreciate you for popping in here. Thank you. I thought I got a little coffee on that for some reason. Oh, crap. Thank you. Wow. Like I said, I'm not looking at stuff before. It's just my idea of what it might be and what it tastes like to me. And so, yeah, because taste is subjective. What you taste and I taste could be two darn different things, but if it's good, it's good. But wow, even better right there. All right. Got this in here for a little bit. I put 3 drops of water in. Everybody can look at that when they come back, because you know how I am about water in my whiskey. However, I do feel in instances like this, it is absolutely worthwhile to start off with a couple and then maybe increase it one more time just to see how things change. So let me give it a let me just give it another nosing. The sweetbread note seems to be more prevalent, along with the peat, the sweet fruit syrup. Now maybe fruit syrup. Yeah, it's thick. It's thick. I'm trying to put it into words what I'm getting on the nose. So let me take another sip. Wow, that peat is excellent on this. Very nice. Matter of fact, it's savory. Actually, I'm salivating a bit because of it, not because it's like the alcohol or anything like that, because that has, to me, on these sips, it has little influence. The flavor is just so sweet and fruit forward with that chocolate, and got to be like I'm not a big molasses type person, but I've had it, and on the retro hail, that's what I think it is. And then there's a funny, still that faint hint of grass, something, and it's got some brine. It's definitely got some C in there, but it's not like a Lafroig brine, if that makes sense. So it's definitely down from that, but it is there. You might need to take 2 or 3 sips before you really get it, but yeah, it is definitely there. So 3 drops of water. Let me get another little taste of this. That's a nice pour. I can only imagine in about 7 to 10 days when that really opens up, I'm going to have another pour of that for sure, and then cork it and put it on the shelf. How that's going to be. So, but with that sip there, I'm gonna put a little more water in just to see what that will do. Just a little more here. And I will make sure it's on the camera so everybody sees it. So there is water going in my whiskey. I hope Top Dog and Renee are watching. There goes one, but nothing floating. Nothing floating. There's no icebergs in there, so nothing's going to sink the Titanic. There goes 2. Let's get that other one. And 3. All right. So for a total of about 6 drops of water in there. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Let me mix this up. Let those oils and combine, because when I put it in there, you could see it streaking. Whoops. Don't want that to escape. All right. Kind of weird, but seemed like I got a little ethanol on the nose this time. Seemed like I got a little a little ethanol on the nose that time. It's unusual. Hey, Gandy. Cheers, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, toasted caramel, chocolate, smoke. I like Bourbon Baller's analogy. Grilled fruit. Grilled fruit like a mango, papaya, pineapple, that tropical, nice. I'm not a fan of grilled fruit. However, I eat it. It's actually good. So I got it now that he mentioned that. I definitely do. All right, let's see. 6 drops of water. I'm not taking a teaspoon or tablespoon and dumping in there. Wow. I think it actually got a little sweeter. I mean, on that sip, it was like a flavor bomb. It's really a fruit bomb and on the palate now. I have to get another sip, and actually I'm going to take some water here, but nice viscosity on it. That peat is just super sweet with that fruitiness in there. Really is. Really is. Let me just take a sip of water. But man, that Glenglashaugh's making some decent stuff right now. So I've had the Sandend, which was the 2023 whiskey of the year. Now this, and I've got the 12 coming, so I just got to pick it up. But like I said, that's the 3 in their core range. And right now, I highly recommend the Sandend, and I will tell you, this one, the Portsoy, yeah, around $70 US. You can't go wrong. So let me get another sip of this. Holy smokes. I'm telling you, wow. Wow. I'm not saying the water is the key, but it has really developed a little bit into a real sweet fruit bomb with that smoke. Kathy, cheers. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with everything as things are popping on there. Appreciate you stopping by, smashing that like button, saying hello. That's important. I mean, to me, I love seeing it when I'm just lurking, watching other streams, just the people that come by just to say hello, and support the other channels. Terrific. I honestly do like that. Cheers. Thank you. Nick, cheers. Appreciate you popping in. Really do. I know you guys have been busy up there. I know Adriana's getting ready for her Alzheimer's fundraiser. And I know that you are able to post the link. So if you want, put it on there for her and her stream. So if anybody wants to donate or whatever, go ahead, put that in there if you want to, so people know how, because it's extremely important. And one thing I'll say, Scott Pigsley was a supporter of that. He believed in that fundraiser that she was doing. I know that. And I think it'd be great to throw our support behind her, Whiskey Mountains, for this cause, and Scott this year, without a doubt. You know what? It's funny you should say that. No, but trust me, coming up, here in about 2 weeks. I think I got it this time. I think I got it. And it's right here. And I just have to remember to take it. But it's some Knob Creek. I've been told if I take this with me, open it, pour it, swirl it around a bit, and take some sips, she could appear. So I am set this time. I am set this time. So I think I got it. This is like a surefire thing. Oh, wait a minute. Straight rye whiskey. That's all right. It's Knob Creek. It'll work, right? Anyway, it has a guava note that I like. Really? But see, everybody, taste is so subjective. You know, Bourbon Baller has had this. He now says that he gets a guava note that he likes. And that's wonderful. That is wonderful. I don't remember what guava tastes like. I may have had it. I may not. I can't remember. But to me, it's definitely the analogy he gave, the grilled fruit. So pineapples, mangoes, papaya along that line. It's smoky. It's got this thickness to it and chocolate like a molasses. But I think it's called treacle. I think they call molasses treacle in Scotland, the UK. But anyway, and if I'm wrong, somebody let me know. But there's that little, I don't know how to say, it's like a grass. It's not harsh. It's not anything. And it's really on the retrohale. And you have to look for it. It's not like, bam, it's right there. But it will come through just like the brininess, the little bit of the sea spray, the saltiness you get. It comes through, but it's not in your face like some other whiskeys. And I will go to Laphroaig because it is it's in your face peat. It's in your face sea. You get the brine, you get the peat on that, but yet it still has a sweetness to it. If you are a peat head, you pick that stuff out of the whiskey, especially Laphroaig. I know a lot of people that first try Laphroaig, and I mean, they don't know what to do. You know, they get that iodine, they get the Band-Aids, hate, discontent, and oh my gosh. But anyway, I don't get any medicinal qualities out of this at all. So if you were dissuaded not to do it because of the peat, I don't think the peat in here at all is overbearing or overpowering. It's there. You will know it when you pop that cork. But I think it's pleasant. I still have the taste of it on the palate right now. The finish is nice on here. I'm just trying to see, and it still pops back. That peat still comes with a little like chocolate on there, but I don't know what that is. I keep calling it a grass or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to look at the bottle. Well, it probably is on the bottle, but I meant to say the box, but it will give me that distillers or blenders tasting notes and what they got out of it. But I don't know what this one little note is on the end. And I was kind of hoping maybe adding the water would bring that one something out that I'm not quite sure of. But I think, in my opinion, that's where we are when it comes to that. You know, so. That's what I've been told. So you know what? I am planning on doing that. You will see, and we will see if she appears. That's for sure. It is complex. This is worth some studying. Yeah, this is worth some studying on here. I mean, I'm serious. this is worth some time to sit. And if I had some other people to, pour it for, and just, back and forth, back and forth, this is definitely one of those. This is definitely one of those. No doubt about it. So then treacle molasses is the same thing. Okay. That's what I thought. I honestly just couldn't remember, but I know that someone had brought that up also. Yeah, well, he did tell me a little while ago that that was a possibility, but it wasn't public, so I never said anything. So I kind of knew about it, Nick, but it was none of my business to say, and it was not, a done deal. But he and I had talked a few months ago. So, but great. Yeah, I'm hoping to, look him up and maybe have dinner with them or something like that. And I'll go up there, no problem. But I'm really looking forward to seeing him. Oh, it is awesomeness in a glass. I like Lafroy, particularly my Carchus. Oh yes, without a doubt. It would pair well with Hawaiian barbecue. And as a matter of fact, you know, uh, I think the sweetness of this though. I think it would go good with a medium to medium full bodied cigar with a good Maduro wrapper. Could be Connecticut shade. I don't know, but I think this could hold its own because of the ABV that this has. So I really do think that I do think this would be a good choice for something like that. So far, I mean, really, people, this is a nice pour. It's a nice dram. It's $70 US. The Glenglassaugh Portsoy, like I said, it's one of their three core range offerings. Um, right now, I think it's an excellent pour, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this thing is going to develop into over the next week to 10 days as it opens up and some air's now in the bottle to see what's going to happen. And 6 little drops of water. Hey, this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. Hmm. Totally weird, but I just thought, did I just get a little bit of banana-esque? Hope that doesn't put anybody off, but we're into this tropical fruit, but holy smokes. Wow. I am half tempted to go and grab that Lafroig sherry that I have and kind of see, because this has a sherry influence on it. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure um, this has a sherry finish. I'm pretty sure. I think I did know that going into it. And I think I mentioned it in my last video when I did the Sandend. I just don't remember. And when I bought it, I had them just put it in a bag and boom, that's where it sat. I did have it on the shelf, but I didn't read it. But I really do think it has a sherry finish. So let me take the box. So tasting notes, color, deep amber. We are not going to argue with that. This is a beautiful, deep color for an NAS stated whiskey coming in at 49.1 ABV. It's beautiful, really dark amber. So on the nose, rich maritime waves infused with tropical fruit and sherried dark soy. Rolling into port with licorice and sea kelp. Ha! Sea kelp. That little bit of grass note or whatever the heck that was I was getting, grassy hay type thing. Sea kelp. Huh. I'm surprised. Licorice, though. I didn't catch that. Now it's in my head. I'm I don't know. So the taste, full-bodied with dark chocolate, fermented soy, charred mango with treacle, and a crack of sea salt. So there's that ocean spray. So the molasses, aka treacle, pineapple, mango, papaya, something like that. When Bourbon Baller said the grilled fruit, I was like, oh yeah, that would give you that smoky sweetness. Bingo. And then fermented soy. I don't know if I know I didn't taste anything like that, and maybe I did. I just don't know it. But yeah, that's an unusual note. I don't think I've heard that before. Maybe Marty has. I don't know. Marty is a man of whiskey, let me tell you. I don't know if any of you, again, I'm going to say it again, I don't know if any of you watched him today in that stream he did, that marathon for him, between him, Greg, and Alan. But that was a great stream. I enjoyed the heck out of that while I was working in here. So good job, Marty. Honestly, really, really thought that was great. Great stream. Great stream. Oh, Piper John, cheers. I saw you in the back. I don't know. I thank you for putting another post in there because I got to say hi to you. Appreciate you coming in, saying hi, smashing the like button, supporting the channel, and just chatting with us. But yeah, not too bad on my part on figuring some of this out. Really an interesting whiskey, and it's definitely worth a deep dive study without a doubt. And a little time in the bottle, I can only imagine how the rest of these flavors will develop and probably maybe even come forth a little better. The little thing that gets me is the sea kelp. I don't think I've had anything that made reference to sea kelp before. That's for sure. That's not that it's, well, I shouldn't say unusual. Maybe in Scotch, depending upon who it is, that's nothing unusual. I mean, it's a normal thing that they say. They don't say grass or hay or, I don't know, weeds. I don't know what the hell. But wow, this thing is nice. It's pronounced treacle instead of trickle. Trickle, treacle, treacle. I'm molasses. How's that? We will go with the American version and say molasses. That way it's easier for me. But thank you. I do appreciate it. I knew I wasn't pronouncing it correctly, and I knew somebody would correct me. And if you were within earshot, it would have come eventually. So thank you very much, without a doubt. But you know what? I'm going to leave this in here. I got to get that Laphroaig 10-year sherry and see. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get this here. Sea kelp as a nori sushi wrap for that. Well, you know, I thought you were going to put something in there for the cats, but now I'm laughing. But it's not hard sugar, Kitty, no, but you know it's something unusual, and the only thing I could relate it to was a grassy hay note, because that's what it kind of just the only thing I could relate to that taste, because I don't think I've eaten kelp or well, I have tried sushi wrapped in seaweed, so now that I'm really thinking about it, yeah, kelp, seaweed, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Don't know. Could be. Oh, wait a minute. Ardbeg kelpie was a thing? I got Ardbeg, but let me get the Laphroaig. Laphroaig. I know. I just looked at it. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, here it is. All right, let's do some moving. I gotta get it. Gotta get it. There we go. Let's move the Oban 12. Let's remove the Little Bay. Let's move the Glenkinchie. I don't want the Lore. I don't want the... that's the standard. No, here's the sherry. Here we go. All right. Now I got 4 whiskey again. We're going to fix that right now. No more floor whiskey. Well, it's going to happen. I'll rearrange it. Okay. I'm going to pour just a little of this and compare right now. Oh, so be it. I have another Glen here. Imagine that. Force me to drink more peat and particularly a little Laphroaig 10. It's terrible, but I'll do it for you. There we go. Let's get a little drop in the glass for Mr. Rance, who loves Laphroaig. Oh, there we go. You can always tell a Laphroaig cork. They squeak something fierce. Okay, let me set this up. Shit, I got floor whiskey again. There we go. All right. Wow. I forgot how dark that is. Well, we definitely know it's not a 10-year whiskey, as in Portsoy. So this is the 10-year Laphroaig sherry. I get a hint of the medicinal on the Laphroaig. No, I don't get medicinal on the Portsoy at all. I almost think it's like a trait of Laphroaig to have that medicinal peat. But let me take it. Hold on. Let me take a little sip here. Oh. Hold on while I just sit back here and go, oh my God, heaven. Wow. You know what? I will say this. Definite difference in peat. But the 10-year is a little more refined. Let's put it that way. A little more refined. A little more mellow on the palate. Silkier. Not that Portsoy is bad whatsoever. No. But I'm just telling you, going back and forth, the difference. Now this, I definitely got the sherry on the nose. The sweet bread on the Laphroaig, yeah. Medicinal, I already said that, but I'm catching it now because I had a good little belt of it. Definitely the C. Definitely the C. But on the retrohale, you know it's Laphroaig. Absolutely. You know it's Laphroaig on the retrohale. You are not getting away from that. Okay. All right. Here we go. The sweetness on the Portsoy is above reproach. It's way out past Laphroaig 10. Way out past Laphroaig 10. So if you have a sweet tooth, and you like the peat, and you like something with a little ABV, like the 49.1 on the Portsoy, you're going to like this. But the similarities, lighter, of course, lighter peat on the nose, but still peaty and fruity and sweet. Very similar to the Laphroaig 10. Yeah, very similar to the Laphroaig 10. However, lighter on the palate, the Portsoy, than the Laphroaig 10. Lighter on the peat, which I said it's definitely not a Laphroaig. But it can hold. Trust me, it can hold its own with this Laphroaig, without a doubt. You know what, Eva Williams? I can't argue with you. Oh my gosh, this is really good. And I don't think I've ever had anything like this before in the Portsoy. Haven't. Don't think I have that I know of, particularly with how they described it. Honestly, I just don't. And I don't know when you tuned in, but there's 6 drops of water in the Portsoy now. That's what's in here. And I haven't added anything to it. And now I'm on to the Laphroaig, just as a little comparison. But then I think it was Peter White mentioned Ardbeg. So it's like, well, maybe the Ardbeg 10. I could just kind of do a little. All right, twist my arm. Since I'm on Pete. Ardbeg. I'll get it. I know where it's at. I just actually was looking at it earlier. Ardbeg 10. Let's dig. Oh my gosh. 50.1 committee release. Black malt barley. Ardbeg. Ardcore really is what they call it. All right, no. Ardbeg 10. Sorry, folks. Just had a moment. This would be overkill. The Anoa. Yeah, that would be overkill. Although, it would be good. But no, let's get the 10. I haven't touched that in a minute. Now I got frickin' floor whiskey again. All right. So I don't forget what's what. Let me put, once you know Laphroaig, you know Laphroaig, but I'm going to put a Glen cap on that. Move that over. I'm going to grab another Glencairn here. Boom. No, wait a minute. Let me really separate it. God, do I even have any left? This thing seems pretty damn light. I may have to get some more, but damn, the prices for our big 10. Holy crap! I'm at the point where I have to might make a purchase. Okay, here we go. Little Ardbeg 10. Does not compare. I can when I say compare, when you look at color of the Ardbeg 10 versus the Laphroaig 10 with the sherry, oh geez, looks like you're drinking pear juice. It's that light. All right, let me set this here. Damn floor whiskey. So Ardbeg 10, which we all know, to Laphroaig 10, sherry. Sorry, fingers in the way. Apologize. There you go. Now, let me set this down. Remember the Portsoy right there, Glenglassaugh, which still deep amber color. So for an NAS, I don't think it's bad. Definitely, I don't get the medicinal note off the bat like I did on the Laphroaig. And the Glenglassaugh doesn't have it. Rich, sweet, fruit, smoke. What you would expect. What you expect from Ardbeg 10. There's nothing that you guys that are Peters don't know what I'm talking about. Definitely more of a barbecue deep smoke, of course, than Laphroaig, but that's what Ardbeg is known for, a real barbecue on there. A little more zest, not as refined as the Laphroaig 10. Not as refined, I will say that. The Laphroaig 10 with that sherry, just the edges are a little more polished, if that will make sense to you. Or you could be a Paul, Sugar Kitty. Whatever. I was wondering who was going to call that slip out, and I should have known it would have been you. Sorry, I got to get my composure back. Damn you, sugar kitty. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It is. I like Ardbeg 10, but I can't tell you how many months it's been since I poured some. It's the problem with some of these whiskeys. They get too far back on your shelf. I've got to start bringing some more of this out. I did a video on that. Bring them out. Why did we stop drinking them? Portsoy, Ardbeg. You know what? Definitely the Portsoy is sweeter. There's no doubt about it. It's definitely sweeter. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I am sure you stopped at the moment when you heard me say that and went, "Oh, let me say something." All right, focus, Anthony. Focus. Okay, here we go. It's definitely a different peat, but let me just say this. Between the Portsoy and the Ardbeg on the peat, the Ardbeg 10, I would probably go this hand to Portsoy. It's just a hair under the Ardbeg. So those of you that understand what I'm saying, they're very similar in strength, but my opinion is the Ardbeg is just a step above. It's richer. It's more barbecue, definitely more barbecue, but there's a tad more zest on the end of the Ardbeg versus the Portsoy from Glenglassaugh. Holy smokes, Mr. Morgan. Man, oh day, am I lucky to have the UK represented today. Let me raise a glass here. Little Ardbeg 10, since I got that right here. Cheers, Mr. Morgan. Thank you for stopping by all the way from across the pond. Always appreciate it whenever you come around. Thank you, sir. Cheers. I'm not even going back to the Highland Park 15 because it's not going to compete whatsoever with that. But I just wasn't sure what the level of peat was going to be on that Glenglassaugh Portsoy. So, I didn't want to go to Ardbeg. I didn't want to go to Lagavulin, and I didn't want to go to Laphroaig because that, or Rock Oyster, even anything else. I mean, I was like, I didn't know, but I knew that if I went in with that Highland Park 15, it's got some peat, it's got nice sweetness, it's nice. It's a nice, easy sipper. So I thought, okay, let me just go in there. And I knew the ABV was under the Portsoy, so I wasn't going to go above 50 ABV because I didn't want to do 52, 53, even though it's not far. I did not want to exceed the ABV of the original whiskey I was going to review, but I needed a starter. So, but I'm thinking, sorry, and that can be dangerous. You are all right. I am thinking. Good Lord. Do I really need another whiskey out here? Do I? 1, 2, 3, 4 out here right now. But I think Springbank would be too far to one side. What do you think? Too far to the left, or let's just say too far to the right? Because I'm thinking, Springbank. Scarabus 10? Scarabus 10? What do you think? Scarabus 10, Springbank 10, Boona 12. I don't think is no. Not at all. So, but I'm just trying to figure out where we're going to go here. Not that we need to, but well, this isn't bad. Honestly, this is not bad at all. I like this. I think I would recommend, this would be my recommendation. If you started out and you had these expressions on your bar, like the Portsoy, go ahead and start with that. And then I would probably have no hesitation now in bringing up the Laphroaig 10 and the Ardbeg 10. No. After going through this, I think the transition is fine. I don't think there'd be any issues with that. That's for sure. I'm enjoying it. I'm finding it easy to move from A to B to C and then vice versa. One doesn't seem to be pushing out the other, without a doubt. So the level of peat in the Glenglassaugh can hold to the Ardbeg or the Laphroaig. It's definitely not in the level, but it's nice. It's able to kind of hang in there. It's not going to be neck and neck, but I think it's good. Which one do I feel more in tune with? In other words, between the Glenglassaugh, the Laphroaig, or the Ardbeg? Let me just take another little sip here. Excuse me. As far as sweetness goes, though, the Laphroaig 10 Sherry and the Glenglassaugh Portsoy, the sweetness level, it's like a fight, one or the other. The Ardbeg is not on that sweetness level, so it would definitely be third, but it can hold. It can hold. I don't see an issue here right now. Now, I'm not drinking this one. Remember, this one isn't straight anymore. It isn't neat. It has 6 drops of water. Sorry about the pause, but the water has really seemed to enhance the sweetness now. And now I don't know if it's influenced by the Laphroaig or the Ardbeg, but as it sat there, it has really seemed to kick it up a notch. But again, I can't say for sure if the other whiskeys I've been drinking have an influence on my palate right now, which, let's be honest, probably yes. But I'm amazed that it's holding its own. And you could do a flight like this and offer it to people, and the transition seems right now to be fine. So I'm going to go back into the Laphroaig here. It is, because, Laphroaig is not light on peat, and neither is Ardbeg. So I am impressed how Glenglassaugh's Portsoy is holding out with this peat. Really, I am, because I didn't expect it to I really didn't expect it to be able to hold its own with that level of smoke, of peat, that those other two are known for. The Laphroaig definitely has the medicinal note. That is going to be the one thing that will definitely separate the Glenglassaugh Portsoy from Laphroaig. You all had it, I'm sure, so you know what I'm talking about. It is there. However, the sweetness, the fruit, the smoke, that's the only thing on the Laphroaig that would give it just a little ding, that someone would go, oh no, this has a more iodine Band-Aid medicinal note, which that's Laphroaig. But pour it. If you have the three, pour the flight. Pour the flight. I mean, if people are peat heads, they'll pick out the Laphroaig, but I'm impressed that how this is holding up. When I say this, the Glenglassaugh, the Portsoy, is holding up with this stuff. Really, it is. And what is the Laphroaig? I forgot to. What is it? What is the Laphroaig? The Laphroaig is 48 ABV. So the Laphroaig is 48 ABV. Glenglassaugh is Portsoy is the 49.1, and then the Ardbeg 10. We have it coming in here at 46 ABV. So we're not too far off. Not too far off as far as compare, contrast, or whatever. So no, that'd be a nice flight to pour for some people if you have them over. And as an introduction, I would definitely pour the Portsoy Portsoy first. God, that's a tough one to get out. But and then go ahead with the Ardbeg 10 and then go into the Laphroaig. No, not a problem. Supposed to be about 30 parts per million. Okay, I don't know. I looked for information, Sugar Kitty. I did not see anything on parts per million as far as the peat, but I'm telling you, and I mean this. This I'm impressed at how it's holding up to the Laphroaig and the Ardbeg. Really, I think it's phenomenal so far. I really do. I mean, I wasn't expecting such a tight race as in between. I figured it would really fall flat in comparison to the Laphroaig or the Ardbeg, but it's not. It really isn't. It's holding its own. It's holding the flavor wonderfully. It really is. But you have to do this for yourselves, because to each his own, and then see for yourself to see how it's gonna work for you or not work for you. That's the big thing, how it's gonna work or not work for you. But right now, I'm impressed. I would definitely say yes if you see that bottle of the Portsoy right there. Sorry, I hit the wrong bottle. That one right here, where you are. If you're a peat head, buy it. $70, give or take where you are. Definitely worth some time, worth the money. Invite some people over. Give it a pour. Without a doubt, give it a pour. I am not disappointed one bit with my purchase. So I'm really looking forward to the 12, although I know it's not peated, but the 12 is the last in the core range for that distillery. So I will be picking that up, and I will be doing a review of that here in the next week to 2 weeks, depending on whenever they tell me, hey, come get it. I'll go over there and pick it up. Hopefully I'm going to do it probably the end of this coming week, maybe this weekend. So we will see how that goes. But we are at 5:45, and as all of you know, at 6 o'clock, Live Wire Whiskey is coming on. So I want to give you all plenty of time to go ahead and get ready for Live Wire Whiskey. So once I end here in shortly, I really encourage you guys to go ahead and go over there and visit Mike and see what's going on over there. I was just checking out his thumbnail before I started the stream. I'm going to have a little dinner, and then I'll pop in there for a moment to say hello and everything. But I'm going to finish these up with you here over the next 5 minutes, just to give you enough time to take a break and, get ready. Okay, that cartridge hasn't hit here in Las Vegas yet, James, but I am looking for it. If it is as good as the previous one, well, I'm pointing to the back, but shit, it's right here. If it's as good as this one, oh, sorry, this is the sherry. The cartridge, the warehouse one, I'm an idiot sometimes. The warehouse one that I have, yeah, I'm all for it. Totally all for it, without a doubt. What are you seeing it for right now, Sir Kitty? Because here it's like $70 in Las Vegas. Oh, I'd pay 85 in a heartbeat for it, James. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Particularly now that you tell me that it's one of those things that I've got to get. Yeah, I don't doubt you one bit. I would definitely buy it. Well, I'm looking. I guarantee you, Sugar Kitty, I am looking hard for it. Oh, buy it. If you get that Sandend for 60, buy it. No reason why I don't tell you to pick me one up and then bring it out here next time you go and gamble in the casino and order some Blackbush is for 10 more bucks. I'll just take it home now. So, but yeah, $60. If you can get Sandend for $60, that's good. That is a very good price. And 72 for Portsoy, yeah, there you go. There you go. Without a doubt. 82. I've seen it high as high, John, for what was that? 150? And this was online when I first was looking at the core ranges and to see, what the prices were. It was that high. I'm like, that is redonkulous. Absolutely redonkulous. But if that's what it is where you are, the $12 more for it, yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, I would right now, what I know about it, I would pull the trigger for $12. I would pull the trigger for $12. If it was 20 plus, I might still do it. If it was $90 that I had to pay, knowing what I know right now after tasting it, and then what I would expect it to do in the upcoming week to 10 days, I might pay $90 to $100 for that bottle of Portsmouth. I'm just letting you know. But your wallet is your wallet, and you pay what you want to pay. I will know more in about 10 days when that opens up some more. But right now, to pull the trigger for just $12 more, I'd do it all day long. Well, of course. Of course. I don't blame you for that, Sugar Kitty, at all. Oh, you're seeing them as 700? Hold on, let me look. Guess what this is? 700. 700 on the Portsoy. So there you go. I'd buy it without a doubt. What am I drinking here? Oh, shit. Lefroy. Okay. Mm. Mm. That sherry on the Lefroy is so creamy when you have it on the palate like that. Really, so creamy. Amazing. All right, everybody. It has been wonderful. I look forward to seeing you again. Honestly, I do. It's been a great almost hour and a half. Remember, Livewire Whiskey is coming on in 10 minutes. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm sure I will see some of you over there very, very soon. Give yourself a little break, intermission, get your next pour ready, and cheers, everybody. I am looking forward to seeing you again. Have a great evening. Night, all.